Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom. And welcome to Less Than 10 Minutes. Words to Yashar'al, Nation of Believers. And I submit to you these questions. Will these words be seeds? Would they function as water? Possibly increase? You will be the judge. And I ask that you pray and seek righteous understanding, discernment regarding this message. My name is Symmanayah, and today is July 16th, 2013. And I was compelled to begin to put some shorts or briefs, less than 10 minutes. It's reflective of what I was compelled to do. And this is number 6. Number 6. And if you're tuning in for the first time, I want to say this, that Yashar'al, Nation of Believers, I'm referring to those who seek to do the will of the Most High Father, Almighty Yehua, and who embraces and accept Yahusha as Mashiach, as Messiah. These are my brothers, my sisters, my family. With that said, this segment of less than 10 minutes is about blueprints, diagrams, sketches, pictures, and or writings. Who can discern their importance? So, my brothers and sisters, when we see a blueprint, a diagram, a sketch, pictures, and or writings, and we read that the scriptures tell us how the Spirit make alive, that the letter killeth, but the Spirit make alive. Does that indicate that there is more? When the Spirit makes writing, makes the letter alive, does that indicate that there might just be much more than what we see before our eyes? Could writings, blueprints, diagrams, sketches, pictures be pointers towards the Most High to those who diligently seek Him? You be the judge. Let me share with you some verses that I think emphasize the importance of writing, and I think that are important to this subject. Habakkuk 2:2 reads as follows: And Yehua answered me and said, Write the vision and inscribe it on tablets, so that he who reads it runs. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, and it speaks for the end of the end, and does not lie. It lingers, if it lingers, rather, wait for it, for it shall certainly come, it shall not delay. So in a vision, we're told to write it down. Could that be the Most High instructing us to present blueprints, diagrams, sketches, pictures, and or writings? And could it be in reading such that we come to know that the Most High will bring something to pass if He indeed speaks of such? Who can discern the life that's behind the words? How much more is it for us? Does the Most High have for us? Let me read 2 other verses. Matthew 16:18. And also I say to you that you are Kẽpha, and on this rock I shall build my assembly, and the gates of the grave shall not overcome it. Here we see the word build. Building an assembly, building the body, fitly structuring, perfecting the body of believers. So when it comes to building, are there blueprints? Are there instructions? Are there diagrams, sketches, pictures, writings? Let me read 1 Thessalonians 5:11. It reads as follows: Therefore, encourage one another and build up one another, as indeed you do. So in scriptures we see, my brothers and sisters, there are many scriptures that talks about a building up. Are there visions among us? Have we witnessed writings made available to us? Is there abundance in life? Is there so much more beyond just the written text? Since we are informed that the flesh lusts against the spirit in Galatians 5:17, and that the treasure is in our earthen vessel, 2 Corinthians 4:7, and that Alahym dwells within us, 1 Corinthians 3:16, could it possibly be that there is a message embedded in the scriptures regarding the set-apart feast? I submit to you a possible blueprint for growing in maturity. What if we looked at this blueprint before we stepped out speaking, before we jumped prematurely? What if we considered this blueprint? For instance, Passover. What if we considered that Passover, the main point in its function, was to convey to us the importance of following instructions, obeying the Most High, and realize that out of obedience came life, out of disobedience was death. Study that. Study the passage of Scripture that talks about the set-apart feasts. Study and examine, and you shall see possibly something amazing. Unleavened bread. Could unleavened bread means identifying righteous influence and discipline? So the Most High wants us to be alert. So we follow His instructions. We receive life. Now we need to realize that there's righteous influence and unrighteous influence. What about first fruits? Could it mean a stage of maturity? Some mature quicker than others. Could it mean actions to ensure preservation? Harvest. Time of gathering. Could it mean that we've come to a point where it's time to gather, reason, grow, and fellowship with one another? Trumpets. A sound. Could this be the call, the sound, the good news? When to begin to speak? Atonement. Could it mean restoration and regeneration made possible? So even if we came to the point of speaking out, if we make mistakes, we understand the power of atonement. Tabernacle. Could this be our structure? Many members made one, the dwelling place of the Most High. I ask again, could this be a blueprint for walking and growing in maturity? I will speak on these individually in the coming days. I did, however, speak on the Passover prior to this recording. I will pick up this message with unleavened bread next, but for now, let me continue. Could this be a blueprint for building up the body of Alahym? You decide. Could this be an embedded message regarding the set-apart feast? I am compelled to believe there is more than just physically coming together and eating and fellowshipping with one another. You can either discover the functions and the purpose of the set-apart feast, or join the ranks of those who are divided over when, where, and how the set-apart feast days should be observed. Can you see a blueprint, a diagram, a sketch, pictures, etc.? You decide, my brothers and sisters. You decide if there is indeed a path towards maturity and righteousness. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, be encouraged. I pray that we're able to endure to the end. Most of all, I pray that my actions and my words are reflective of an obedient servant, and that we together will be perfected in one under the guidance and instruction of Yahusha, our Messiah. May He be lifted up, and we watch Him draw all men and women. Till next time, brothers and sisters, shalom. Shalom, shalom.